My name is Ashok Ferry and I'm a writer here in Sri Lanka. As you can see, it's kind of magnificent out here, so I hope one day you will come and visit us when all this is over. My lovely friends at Kalukanda House have invited me to read from one of my books, and this is in aid of the wonderful people both in the health services here and at the National Health Service in the UK who are doing a fantastic job saving lives. I thought I'd read from my book, Serendipity. It's about a young Sri Lankan girl called Pumi, and it's an on-again, off-again love affair she has with her friend Marek. He's actually quite keen on her. She can take him or leave him. And she has to fly back to Sri Lanka to sort out her family home called Serendipity, which is on the front cover here. And in the story, Marek has asked her to come for a weekend with him down to the south coast. And she says only on one condition, that they have separate rooms. I forgot to mention that in Sri Lanka there are always elections. Never mind tsunamis or pandemics, there's always an election. And actually there's going to be one in a month's time. This was written 15 years ago, but there's an election here. The road to Benthota, possibly like the road to hell, was paved with election rallies. As beach after beach unrolled to their right, Pumi realized afresh how easy it was to fall in love with this country. But everywhere there were vast cutouts of candidates, fringed with either brown and gold, or orange and silver, depending on the political party you were supporting. At Panadura, they inadvertently joined the cycle race, but the cyclists sped on, their skinny spandex bottoms bobbing up and down like trumpet stops. Finally, they got to the south coast, to Benthota, where all was calm, till they tried to check in at reception. The manager at reception greeted them with a big smile. "Ah, the wedding party. We've reserved the honeymoon suite for you." "There's been some mistake," said Pumi. "We specifically reserved 2 singles. We must have separate rooms." "That bad already, huh?" "Sorry, no can do. The party convention is on and all the candidates are here. We are chock-a-block as it is. It's the last big meet before elections." Yes, thought Marek. Yes, yes. He tried not to let it show on his face. They could see the election candidates by the pool with their beer and their bites, swishing about in enormous Bermuda shorts, gold medallions glinting on furry chests. There was loud music and a few were attempting to dance the baila with each other, like dogs half-heartedly attempting to mate. Or perhaps it was their idea of social distancing. We will never know. "I hope they govern better than they dance," warned Pumi darkly. "We have sent up a complimentary love cake for you," said the manager, "and a bottle of coconut arak. Enjoy." "Also," he said, as an afterthought, "don't worry. It does get better. 30 years, my mother says, but you have to work at it. That is why I never married." There was a large double bed in the room, also a bath big enough for 2. "You stick to your side of the bed," warned Pumi darkly. "I'll stick to mine." "Understood," said Marek, a little too promptly. In the event, his hand did stray, and before they knew it, they were entwined. She was, anyway, far too good a person to say no to anyone who asked nicely. "Oh, all right then," she said with a sort of fond familiarity. Then she shut her eyes and thought of her beloved house, Serendipity. Afterwards, they talked long into the night in the tradition of lovers. She told him how much the country was beginning to get to her, how important for her to save even that smallest piece of serendipity. It pained him that her plans didn't seem to include his presence in any way, or his well-being. But he was used to sadness. At times, it seemed to him that his whole life was one long sadness, so this was nothing new, nothing unexpected. If I waited out long enough, she might change her mind, he thought, with a sort of futile optimism that was hardwired into his regret. So, he put his own troubles aside and concentrated on hers. There is room for only one set of sorrows in any relationship. "You know, maybe you could buy Serendipity," he suggested. "Yeah, right. No, I mean it. If you could get your mother to sell one of her flats. In fact, I could help. I have money in the bank." "No," she said immediately. It was too easy, too pat. She didn't want to be under obligation to anyone, least of all Marek. Too much was expected of her in that quarter. There was only one way she could repay such a loan, and it was too big a sacrifice as far as she was concerned. I wouldn't want anything more than this, he thought. I wouldn't want her to love me. This is enough. Dear God, he prayed, is this really too much to ask? Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that.